Hey guys, I'm back. Let's talk about my week. I'm gonna really go over day 2 of orientation. So, day 2 was mostly consisted of very, very good meals from getting used to Japanese food and eating properly, and a lot of group bonding and teaching of mannerisms, Japanese mannerisms, like the arrangement of food on the plate. So you gotta have I kind of already forgot, but I'm pretty sure but I know for sure both the rice and the soup go at the bottom of like the closest to you, and I'm pretty sure that the rice goes on the left and the soup goes on the right of wherever you're sitting. And yeah, and they also taught us how to use chopsticks. I could not use chopsticks for the life of me before this. Now I'm using chopsticks with every meal. So it's pretty awesome. So the group bonding part was just they had us do like questions and stuff, watch some videos together with our groups, because we split in their groups. And I had these I had this one guy. I don't think I can name anyone because I doubt they want their names to be in my video, even though that'd be nice. I doubt they want it. So I had this one guy. How am I gonna describe him? No, I'm just gonna say a white boy, a white boy. And then we had these two girls. How would I describe these two people? I'd say both of them were white. We're gonna go with hair color. One had black hair like mine, I think. Black curly hair. Yeah, that's gonna be her name. Black. Anytime she's brought up in this video, black curly hair will be her name. And the other one had like straight brown hair. So they're kind of opposites in a way. So yeah, those were the girls. The people from my group that I knew beforehand. Everyone else was from a different country. So we had people from AFS Mexico, people from Argentina, people from Thailand. Where else were people from? Let me see. People from Canada. That was pretty cool. We were doing group bonding activities and stuff, like watching videos together, doing weird games. We played red light, green light for some reason. They're like, do you guys know the Squid Games? And everyone's like, yes we do. And we're like, and they're like, okay, let's play red light, green light. They also taught us how to play Japanese rock paper scissors. I don't remember the words, but it was something like jambon or something like that. You don't go like rock paper scissors shoot. No, you go like rock paper, and then you go dun. I don't remember it. But it came back up on day 2 of school. Yeah, other than that, day 2, there wasn't really much to talk about day 2. I mean, it wasn't uneventful or anything. It's just kind of like you had to be there type stuff. And I don't have any B-roll footage for most of, or actually any of day 2. Purely because they told us we're not allowed to film the orientation and stuff. So, because it's just not okay. But it was very memorable for me though. Then day 3, oh yeah, one more thing before we move on to day 3. I found out my luggage is overweight for the domestic flight, which is really, really stupid because I'm trying to like move around in the city. How are you gonna charge me more? Huh? Like I had to pay like I had to pay like $40 for overweight baggage fee. I'm like, are you serious? And I couldn't put any more stuff in my other suitcase because it was already full of like winter clothes, and I couldn't close it because it's so thick. It was so thick. Some kids are actually really smart, and not zip tied, vacuum sealed their stuff, and it saved them a lot of space. I saw how thin it got compared to how it was before, and I'm like, it's smart. So before I leave, I'll probably do that because I have a lot of winter clothes on me. Okay, moving on to day 3. Day 3 was kind of uneventful at first, and then we had to say goodbye to everyone because this is the day that we left for. We broke out for our host families and stuff, and it kind of hurt seeing like I knew all of these people for like less than 72 hours, and it hurt to see them go because they're all I got. That's all I had. They were all cool. They were all nice. Some of them I didn't really get that close to, but they were all very cool and nice people. And even like the people from other countries, they all had like some sort of sense of humor. And it was cool. It was funny. It's fun to see them go. I was gonna say goodbye to everyone personally, but then I ended up being the first group to leave, so I really didn't get to say goodbye to everyone. And then they took a picture without me, so fuck you guys if you're watching this. I'm just kidding. I laughed off. We also, I forgot to mention, the night before, when they were like sorting us into groups for departure, there are 2 other kids stuck here in Sapporo with me, and obviously I'm not gonna name drop again, but I'm gonna give up some describers. We got business casual, and I don't even know how to describe her. Business casual French guy, and French girl. I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, both of the people I went with were both French, so that's why they have French in their name. And I thought that was pretty cool. They both speak English though. Everyone spoke English actually, so it was pretty good. The French girl was pretty nice from the get-go, but the French guy was kind of like a little. I had to get him to open up a little, but that's all right. We cool now. And I haven't talked to them in a while. I only talked to the texted French girl because she texted me. I haven't reached out to any of them yet because I'm still kind of getting adjusted to my life, and I'm not trying to reach out to everyone because that's a lot of people, and I'll probably reach out to all of them next week or sometime next week before when I join a club or something. Yeah, I met them. They were nice, and what is it? I got the first keychain for Cyrus, and yeah, I got this at the airport before we got on the flight. This is the first keychain for Cyrus. Isn't it awesome? So so we got on the plane and stuff. It was a pretty normal plane ride. Surprisingly, it was a very nice and quiet plane ride compared to the international one that was like 4 hours. There was no babies crying. There was kids on the plane, but they weren't crying. They knew how to behave. So pretty good flight. I listened to some music. I kind of raw dogged it because I didn't watch any shows. But I saw that business casual French guy was watching some stuff next to me. So I'm like, should I be watching stuff? I'm like, nah, hold on. Yeah, so we get to the airport and stuff, and then the entire time I was in the plane, I was talking to both the French people, and saying that, okay, when I get there, I'm gonna prepare like a little thing, like a little, hi, like hajime mashite, Christian, something like that before I meet my host family, because obviously I'm not very good at Japanese, and I want to make a good first impression. But so what I thought was gonna happen was when I get to the airport, we see the AFS people, and then the AFS people drive us to the host family's house. That was not the case at all. So the host family actually showed up to the airport, and then when I got the badge claim, my heart sank when I saw them. I was like, oh, no. It was really bad. It was because, like, I was losing my mind. And then, as I was like, these thoughts went in my head. I was talking to the French people. I was like, oh, guys, it's so over. It's so over. And then, fucking business casual French was over here, like, dude, your sister is hot. I'm like, what? I just met her. I didn't even talk to her yet. And you already, like, man, bro, like, he's too much, but he's funny, though. That was really funny when he said that. Oh, but yeah. So once we got our luggage and stuff, they were watching us the entire time. I didn't look at them. I saw my host family, like, wave at me. I tried to, like, pretend like I didn't see it, because I was so nervous, I was so embarrassed. And then I went out there to go, meet them for the first time. They tried talking to me, just straight up tried talking to me in Japanese, and I was like, oh, no, this is so over. You know, I tried to understand them. Everyone's talking in Japanese. I cannot understand a single thing. And then this one guy comes over, and he's talking to me in English. He's like, hey. And he's like translating and stuff. So I'm like, oh, okay. I thought he was the host brother, but because I heard that there was a brother in the family that didn't live there, but so I thought he was like, oh, he's coming to visit and say hi, meet me, I guess. That's cool. And but no, that wasn't the host brother. I think that was someone involved with AFS themselves. The worker from AFS, they had a banner for us to hold. I don't have the picture of this, and I wish I did. But we had a picture of us. I think it said like, welcome AFSers or something like that. And where me and both the French people were holding the sign with the families in the back. And that was pretty cool. But then they kept asking. So we had to split up from the French people, and I said my goodbyes to them because they were very. Even though I knew for even less time, I was like, the fact that you're going to Sapporo with me and that we can meet up later, I was like, bye, see you soon. Yeah, by the way, none of them went to the same high school as me. I tried looking for the business casual French guy. He wasn't there, and French girls already said that she was going to a different high school beforehand. I tried to talk to the host family, but I ended up just talking to that guy who spoke English the most because he was translating for them, and that had to have been the most disappointing and embarrassing I have felt the most, because I was losing my mind in that car. I can't understand anything that they're saying. It's so over, and I felt so embarrassed because I'm thinking that these people were probably expecting a dude that fully knew Japanese, and they got stuck with me. And so it's like both of us didn't get the luck of the draw. I didn't want to be in Sapporo. They wanted a kid who could speak Japanese. I still don't know if that was the case or not, because I haven't really been questioning. I was in the car with my liaison person, the dude who I thought was the brother, and the host sister. That was a rough ride. It was embarrassing because the host sister occasionally kept asking me questions, and I just felt so embarrassed. I felt because I was studying. Mind you, I was studying Japanese before this, and I thought I was doing pretty good. Because I can pretty well read, and I can read and write in both hiragana and katakana. Can't write. I mean, technically can, but I wouldn't say I couldn't think of it off the top of my head yet. I couldn't think kanji off the top of my head. Yeah, that's what it was. And I knew my vocabulary was small, but I thought I could make it work. When I got in that car, tried talking, all my Japanese went out the window because I couldn't form a single sentence. I was just so disappointed in myself. I was like, I was so embarrassed to be around the host family, And when I got home, it was just me and the sister, and so she showed me around the house and stuff to my room, and it was embarrassing because I couldn't understand a lot of what she was saying, and then she ended up. So right now, she pulled out a translator, and so that's kind of how we've been communicating with each other. And I'm still, obviously, I'm not giving up on trying to study Japanese. I'm still doing that. But you know, it's been rough. It's like emotionally rough because it's kind of hidden me that I'm not going back home. I'm not like, this is my life now. I do this. I'm stuck here. It was a very overall painful experience getting here. I mean, don't get me wrong that they at least seem like nice people, and they've been treating me. The hospitality's been good, but there's some other stuff I'll get into later in the video. But yeah, it was just embarrassing. I just went to the room and like unpacked and stuff, and then I just sat at the desk and just like moped because I just didn't know what to do. I couldn't talk to the host family. I was so embarrassed to use the translator because I feel like I should already know this. I've been studying, just like it's just not there. My energy was not there that day. But yeah, I ended up finishing off. Oh yeah, by the way, I had a gift for them. I had to like rehearse the gift giving because I was just so embarrassed to use the translator because I still even now I still feel like I shouldn't be using the translator. I should be just talking in Japanese, but I don't know how to form sentences in Japanese, and I don't know, like, you know, my vocabulary is very small and stuff. So I finished off the day in a very depressed state, and day 2 starts. So day 2, if I wake up, I feel a lot better. Kind of awkward because, you know, my host family's just kind of looking at me and stuff because they don't know what I'm like trying to say and stuff. Yeah, day 2 was just kind of like chilling around the house and, like, you know, getting used to this and getting used to life. Because I'm not, all those appliances I'm not used to. I have a few, you know what, since I can't remember what happened on day 2 off the top of my head right now, let's go over some gripes I have with living here so far. Alright, problem number 1, the bathroom situation. So the bathroom is, funky. It is funky. So the toilet is in its own room, so it's kind of like a half bath. I don't mind that. The problem is there's no sink in there. So they got one universal sink. So I have to open 2 doors like this with my elbow to get to the sink. So that's been kind of annoying. It's not a major annoyance like some of the other stuff I'm about to talk about, but just kind of minor. Number 2, there's no space for anything. So all my hygiene stuff I have been taking up and down the stairs with me. And you know, it's kind of annoying to do that. It wouldn't be such a big problem if it wasn't for problem number 3. They have a dog, and that dog, every time, I have no idea why this dog does this to me, but every time I go up the stairs, the dog starts barking, and it's like scares the shit out of me, because I'm like it puts me on high alert. And oh yeah, this also leads me into gripe number 5. It's mainly just like all it's the stairs. No, it's the lack of space, the stairs, and the dog that's causing this. But yeah, the stairs and the floors, I have to wear socks inside, and you know, and they only have hardwood floors, so their stairs are very narrow and small, hardwood floor stairs. So every time that damn dog barks, I'm always paranoid that I'm gonna fall down the stairs and genuinely hurt myself really bad because how narrow those stairs are. and there's a lot of space for me to go like hit the walls, go back and forth, and stuff like that. And it just makes me very paranoid. Even like, as I'm talking right now, on the most recent day, I still hate that dog. Oh yeah, and the shower. So the shower I've been having a problem with too, because I have to do the first thing I mentioned, like moving all my stuff, and there's no privacy. There is privacy, but I feel like it's very lacking, because the window or like the door that they use for the bathroom is connected to an area, like a public area that they all can just go in and use. That's also where the sink and the dryer is, and where they hang to their clothes. It makes me very uncomfortable to shower here. But I think that is just a Japanese thing. Even if I like got a new placement or whatever, I think it's just a Japanese thing, and I have to get used to it. And it just makes me very uncomfortable that someone could just like walk in on me, and yeah, it's not fun. That whole bathroom situation is not fun, because I know if I have to change in the bathroom because of that, and bringing my clothes in the bathroom plus taking off my dirty clothes, there's like not enough space, because I'm not trying to get all my dirty clothes wet and carry it like dripping wet on me, and I also want to keep my new clothes clean. So that's been a pretty big gripe. We'll get into the rest of the days until the first day of school. So that's those 2 days were full of just like shopping and stuff with the host family, spending a little more time with them.
Pants, Japanese body like savage. I'm kidding. I wish. I love you, Sarah. They got the Ricks. They got the Ricks, guys. They got the Rico and shit.
I can't even say I get to know them better. I still know absolutely nothing about the host family, but they know stuff about me. I've been opening up to them a little bit, and they kind of seem interested in me. But this is when I started. This is more on the third day. I didn't feel this on the second day. It kind of feels like they just have me around as like a kind of for amusement, because they be laughing at me a lot, and I'm like, I was fine with that at first, but it's like constantly, and so now it's starting to feel a little degrading, but that's all right though. I just gotta get over it and get out of my head, because I'm sure that's not what they mean. They don't mean any negativity or harm to me, I'm sure, and it's just all in my head. But yeah, just them constantly like laughing at me for doing things that aren't even wrong. Like, I literally just like this stuff I do in America, like, test out the chair in like a furniture store, because we went to like your clothing store, and it had a chair. And I sat in the chair, and they kind of like laughed at me. I was like, okay. But sometimes, sometimes it made sense, but a lot of times it didn't. Yeah, days 2 and 3 were just kind of shopping and spending time with them. I don't have any B-roll of it, because I didn't want to record my host family at all, but because I want to kind of respect their privacy for the most part, except for obviously showing the inner workings of my room, my temporary room, and I guess if I end up showing it, the shower and like the bathroom situation, that's kind of all that happened to days 2 and 3. I can't remember anything else off the top of my head. Almost forgot to mention, during this time, I also got ready for school. I got my uniform. I got signed up me and the family went to City Hall, and they signed me up as a resident here, so I'm here and stuff. Yeah, I think that's all we did. All the extra stuff we did. I wasn't like constantly talking to them and stuff, even though I kind of do want to. It's just very obviously the language barrier makes it very difficult and stuff. But that's okay. This it's okay. While I was getting the uniform ready during those days, I talked to some of my homeroom teacher for the first time, and like some of the faculty. It was kind of nerve-wracking being at school for the first time because I thought my first day would go terribly, and I'd get bullied and stuff. I don't remember if I talked about this in the other clip I'm about to. I talked. Basically, when I got to school, I went upstairs to where the teacher told me to go wait. I was required to greet the entirety of the faculty. I know it sounds big, but it wasn't that bad actually. I just had to say like, hi. It was in English too, so it was, hi, I'm Christian. I'm from California. I look forward to having a great school year with you all. And then they all clapped. It was pretty nice. And then the sweat stopped going. Then my homeroom teacher showed me the classroom again because I forgot where it was. She introduced me to some English-speaking students, and I talked to the English-speaking students. They were nice. They were cool. They were just kind of asking me, so what's California like, basically? And I just gave them the basic answer. Said it was boring as shit. 'Cause from where I come from, I live in the burbs. Okay. But no, I live in the suburbs where nothing happens. That's what I told them most of the time. Because they asked me, like, why did you come do this? And my response to that was just, I was bored. Because that's what everyone said. Oh yeah, so I got to class. I got to my seat. The teacher was talking in like, I don't even know how she was talking. Her Japanese compared to every other native speaker, I think she's got like an accent to hers, because she's also the English teacher and she speaks very good English, by the way. She kind of drops her accent when she speaks English, and so she kind of just sounds white. But when she speaks Japanese, like, she speaks too fast. I can't understand her. I don't know why she speaks faster than anyone else. But other than that, she's a really, really good teacher. She's very kind. I don't know about good because I can't understand her, but she'll talk to me in English occasionally and try to help me out. Yeah, and then after she was talking for a while, and I was just sitting there confused, and we had stuff passed back to me like a folder and this like little book I can't read because it's all in kanji. We all did class introductions, so I thought it was gonna be for my class introduction just to me, because I think the school year already started like on Monday, or I could be wrong. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, so I wasn't the only one doing classroom introductions. That's what I'm trying to say. And everyone one by one gave their classroom introduction. We got a couple class clowns in there because we had like 4 or 5 people like who everyone was laughing at them and shit. And then I came up, and then I was like hajime mashite, boku wa Christian desu, California kara yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Those who know, type shit. I'm pretty sure yoroshiku onegai shimasu means pleased to be working with you, and they all said it. It was said at least like, other than introductions, it was said at least 12 times by each of the teachers. And so I thought that's what that meant, and I'm pretty sure it is what it means, so I have no idea why they're using it. So that's a little confusing, but I do need to do my research. No one made fun of me though today, which is the good part, And at orientation, we were taught that Japanese people, like Japanese kids, are like very, very shy, so they won't approach us and stuff. That is a fucking lie. Everyone approached me. Not everyone. All the dudes approached me. Let's make it like that. Some girls too. All the dudes approached me, and they're like, "Yo, what's good, bro?" and not in English, but like they try to speak to me in Japanese, but they can speak a little English. Like I think all of them can speak a little English, about some better than others, but like I think all of them can speak some English better than my host family. So that's a plus. I can make some friends, you know. And I was talking to this one guy. I don't remember his name, but I'm just gonna call him that one guy. What is it? He invited. We were talking and stuff, and he invited me to come eat lunch with him. So it was pretty cool. Oh, and by the way, I realized the Japanese classrooms are, you stay in there for the majority of the day, except for today, because today was a lot of ceremonies. Oh yeah, I saw. So I was sent out of the class this is before he asked me about eating lunch with him. And so the teacher sent me out of the class because, I'm a second year student and they want me to join clubs and stuff and be participating in the school, and the club ceremony was going on. And so they wanted me to go see it. So I was just like, okay. The teacher had me go in the gymnasium with all the first years, even though I'm a second year. And I just pulled up a chair and sat down awkwardly because they're all in formation and I'm just sitting outside of their formation, and it was so awkward and weird and I hated it. But it was interesting though. They don't do this, like they do it a little differently in Japan than they do here. So they actually have the clubs do like a little performance or like slideshow. All the sports clubs did performances and stuff, and it was actually really interesting. There was one club, I don't remember what they were. I just remember they did this stupid anime thing. They were like, "Yu-chan, nani daisuki?" I'm like, there's no way they actually do that. I thought that was a joke. I thought they were joking. No, bruh, cornball. I'm kidding. But no, it was like, I wanted to laugh so hard during that. I was like, what? I was like, what are you doing? What else happened? Oh yeah, and I just watched all the clubs and stuff. They didn't have Kyudo, which really made me upset. Not made me upset, but like made me feel a little disappointed because I really wanted to do Kyudo. I was like, if they have Kyudo, I'm doing it 100% guaranteed. But they didn't have it. They had Kendo though. But Kendo, my problem with Kendo though is it's more physically like you're hitting people with bamboo sticks and you're in this like hot stinky suit. It's from what I've did my research on, that the suit you wear, it gets very hot, and it looked heavy too. So just by looking at it, I'm like, I don't think this is for me. So I'm like, okay. And I keep watching. They have some interesting clubs. They had like tea ceremony, flower arrangement club, which was both of those were interesting and different. I'm just confused why they have those, but they don't have Kyudo. I was kind of pressed about it the entire time. I kept looking at the clubs. Some of them interested me. I was thinking about doing the baking club, or like the home science club. That's what it's called. And just for shits and giggles, because it's almost all girls, and there's like 2 dudes in that class, and that's it. Not in my class, in the club. I was thinking about it a lot. And I was like, okay, I should do it. But then the teacher said that there's an AV club, but I don't think they showed that off, so I gotta check that out. And something else happened I'll get into later. But yeah, after that, and I thought the ceremony was over, so because everyone was getting up and leaving, so I went back to the class, and then the bell rang, and the teacher's like, oh, how'd you like the club ceremony? I was like, yeah, it was good. I'm not really sure which one to choose though. And then she fucking sent me back. And I was like, what? And there was more clubs. So I was like, oh, I thought it was over. And then when it finished for real, I was like, okay, is it finished? actually, and I was like, people are picking up their chairs. Oh, by the way, the first years, sorry, no, not the first years, everyone had to pick up their chair from their classroom and drag it all the way to the gymnasium for like school events and stuff. So like the announcements. So after that, when they did like I don't know, remember what they did? They did like announcements or something with the police, because there was a policeman involved, and maybe it was like getting into like police academy or something. I don't know what it was, because I was falling asleep during the what is it, their speech and stuff, because it's all in Japanese, and I'm trying to listen, and I'm tired, and you know, I did kind of fall asleep. I did the thing that everyone did. There was like 10 people doing the exact same thing as me. You know, I was like, it was the shoulder where you go like, I did that for a while. It was so funny. I saw the dude in front of me and a dude in another row that was also in front of me. They were synced up the entire time, so that they were just like synced up together. It was so fucking funny to watch. But yeah, after that, we went back to class and stuff. I saw there was a bunch of math on the board, and I was like, I think I missed math class. I'm like, that's alright. And then, I missed math class, when I came back from the club activities, performances. And then after I missed math class, we went to the auditorium and stuff, and to listen to that. And we went back, and then the teacher said a bunch of stuff. Then we had another meeting in a different area, which we had to drag our chairs again. Oh wait, Ben, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. But before that meeting, we had lunch, I think. Yeah, and that kid from earlier invited me, and I had my first bento box. So my first bento. It wasn't a bento box. It was just a bento. Yeah, it was very good, because Japanese food is always very good. The kids were all nice to me and stuff. They kept asking me questions, making jokes at each other, and it was cool. And they just kind of wanted to know more about me and stuff, which was interesting, because some of them knew English. There's this one kid, he comes back up later. He's an important character in this day. I don't realize it until later, though. I'm gonna say Shinyu, because he kept trying to teach me how to say Shinyu, which means best friend in Japanese. Yeah, and he kept saying, Shinyu. I was so confused. I didn't get it till I talked to him another time. Again, wait. So I was talking to him. He doesn't know English very well, so he's like, I was talking to him, and then he's like, can you say that again? And I was like, and I say it again. He's like, slower. I'm like, okay. Do you lie? Like, I had to slow it down for him like that. I don't remember what we were talking about, but I just remember I was like, we were all dying of laughter. But yeah, then after lunch finished, and I got closer with the guys in my class, went to another boring ceremony. This time I didn't fall asleep, even though I definitely could have, because this is just like more stuff that doesn't involve me, like scholarships. Like, I'm not gonna be here, and so why would a scholarship matter to me? But it's whatever. That happened. It was super boring. Like, a lot of this day felt very uneventful or just awkward, except for the parts where I was actually talking to students. That was very eventful and very good. Yeah, I remember, so at the end of the day, we had English class, and passed with flying colors. After that, after English class, school day ended. I was waiting outside by myself, not by myself, but I was waiting outside, and just standing at the corner. I was like kind of waiting. I was waiting on my host mom for her to pick me up because it was like 20 minutes. I had to wait 20 minutes for her to come pick me up, and it was just kind of awkward. And then I ended up scrolling like my Instagram reels for a little bit, and then the guy from earlier came back up. Wait, the guy, no, it was the guy from earlier. Guy from earlier came back up, and he said, he said hi. He dapped me up and stuff, and then he's like, I asked him where the my host mom texted me. He said, "Oh, that's the parking lot." I was like, "Oh, okay, it's over here." I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I waited there, and then I swear, I'm pretty sure it was the same guy, and he came back around in a uniform. Wait, yeah, in a uniform or something. Wait. Was it in the uniform, or was it the third time he came to see me? I don't when he came to see me again, I don't remember if it was in uniform or not. Because he was wearing, because the third time he saw me, he was wearing like a sports team outfit. Yeah, so second time he came around, I thought I got deja vu. I talked to him again, I said bye, and then before the third time I saw him, this girl came up to me and she was like, "Hi." She asked me if I was a first year. Oops. Oh no. She asked me if I was a first year, and I said no. Ninense des. And she's like, "Oh, Ninense des." And she's like talking and stuff, and she invites me to go to join the tennis team, and I was like, sure. And I took one of her flyers. Here, I'll look into it. And then best friend comes back, and he's like, with the girl too, with the girl who I said bye and stuff. And he comes back, he's like, "Hey." And then I don't remember what he said, but we started high-fiving each other. Me, him, and the girl were like high-five, like, yeah, like that, basically. And then they're trying to convince me to join the tennis team, and so I think I might do it, honestly. The only problem is that it's like all day, so not all day, it's all week. Instead of like the other clubs where it's like on Tuesdays, on Fridays we wear pink. No, it's not like that. I think it was all week. But luckily, I asked him if I was gonna get punished if I missed practice. I'll ask him if I can like leisurely pick and choose when I want practice. I mean, I know that sounds like stupid, but I want to go like goof around in Sapporo and stuff. I don't want to have to be practicing 24/7. I just don't want tennis to take up all my time. I didn't come to Japan just to play tennis. I came to explore, make friends, and learn about the culture, and buy a bunch of shit. Buy lots of shit. Buy insane amounts of shit. And then, what happened after that? The girl, she brought two of her friends walked by. They're like, hi to me and stuff. Like a lot of the girls, they want me so bad. But no, a lot of the girls are just like, hi. They're like, hi. Just like, hi. And it made me feel good. Like, no, people don't do that in America. People are assholes. People hate me. Like, people don't, like, people are in school. This is the most I'll get from them. But yeah, that's the nicest reaction I get out of them. But in Japan, they're all like, hi. All because I'm Ryugakusei desu. It's awesome. What else? Oh yeah, and then I didn't realize my host mom was waiting for me because they were like, okay, come to the tennis court with us afterwards. And I was like, sure. Oh yeah, and there's before, I forgot to mention, before that there was another friend that came by with another dude that the best friend guy was friends with, and he was like, join the soccer team, and my best friend guy was like, no, don't do that, join the tennis team. They're like fighting for me, bro. I didn't know I was that special. But yeah, as we're walking to the tennis court, I noticed my host mom parked. I was like, oh, I didn't realize she was parked there, because I was waiting at the other side of the parking lot, so I didn't realize she was there, and she didn't text me either. So I was like, oh shoot. And I was like, bye guys, and I was like, bye. Back to them. I hope I see them tomorrow, and I know, build up an actual friendship with them and stuff. They seemed cool, especially best friend guy. Best friend guy was cool, but he will never replace Cyrus. I love you, Cyrus. But yeah, yeah, that was my first day, and then after. Yeah. But yeah, overall, that was my first day of school. It was a pretty good impression. It was kind of boring for the most part, uneventful. But that's okay though, because not everything's gonna be super eventful. So second day, I take the bus to school by myself, and and my host mother gave me the IC card, and then I got to school very early, and too early for my liking, so I ended up just doom scrolling in IG Reels, because I don't know why I picked IG Reels instead of TikTok, but it just was. It was kind of awkward. There's 3 other people, and then eventually the classroom started filling up with people over time. By the way, nothing really happens until passing period. So I'm just kind of sitting by myself for a while until that one kid who was talking to me again, the kid who invited me out to lunch, and talking about stuff, goofing off, and then the classes go by. He teaches me, he shows me how to use the locker and stuff, because I've never had a locker before, to use for my actual stuff and not just PE stuff. So that was an interesting experience. I'm not really gonna use it much, but it's there, and I put some stuff in there just so to keep my backpack light. So I follow him, the kid who who invited me out to lunch. He took me to physics, and because it was one of those, I gotta move classes, and I gotta pick a class that I like, and I followed him to physics, and in physics I understood absolutely nothing, and the kid next to me was trying to help me out so badly, and I couldn't understand. I was like, bro, just give up, I don't understand. But he was being nice to me, so I was thankful that he cared though. Yeah, then after physics ended, we went to class and stuff, more boring lecture stuff. School here in Japan is a lot of boring lectures, especially because if you don't understand the language like me. When they speak, I do recognize some words that they say, and I noticed listening to them is not really the method. It's just doing what I was doing before, and just studying different vocabulary words and learning how to conjugate. It's late at night right now. It's 10 or midnight or something. I don't know if I'm about to go fight some shadows or something. So in Japanese class, yes, I'm taking Japanese class, even though I do not understand Japanese at all. In Japanese class, we did this thing, and it was kind of like speed dating, because we had a minute to share questions in Japanese, and we kept us rotating groups, and they had the desks facing each other so we could look eye to eye and not have to go like this with each other. And so they kept rotating people. The entire time, people misunderstood. When they came to me, they immediately like okay, you, what food you like? You like it? I'm like, dude, speak to me in Japanese, man. I'm trying to learn. I told every one of them that, and they still spoke to me in English. Well, not all of them still spoke to me in English. At least half of them actually listened. But you know, I tried my best to listen to them. I only had like one question I was able to ask them. I kept asking everyone what time they woke up. There are a lot of people in that class, a lot of pretty people in that class, a lot of funny dudes in that class as well. We got a couple class clowns, guys. And you know, I met like at least half the class by just doing that. And everyone seemed pretty nice and friendly. They tried their best to cater to me, even though I really kind of want them to stop catering to me, because I need to learn. Because I noticed the easy way don't work for me. It's the hard way that works for me. You know, talking to people. So that kind of got me used to saying my Japanese pronunciation. But you know, people were just kind of happy to talk to me and stuff. It wasn't like they were. I mean, I lied. There was hustle around me, and they wanted to talk to me. The guy who invited me to a lunch, his girlfriend and her friend came up to me while I was trying to figure out how to do the locker situation, and then they were like, okay, like, hi. They tried their best to speak to me in English, and then they're like, okay, bye, and they like blushed when I waved at them. I don't know why that they keep doing that. That like every time I acknowledge their presence, just go like. They're like, I'm like, bro, it's not that serious. I'm a person too, you know. I'm not. I hope I'm not very hard to approach, because I shouldn't be. I'm a very silly person. Yeah, but most of the day was boring until we got to lunch. Yeah. Lunch was pretty interesting. Everyone wanted, even more people than last time were talking to me. And there was new people there too. This one kid, he was very, very interesting. He wanted me to teach him English, so I was like, okay. I've never taught anyone English, by the way. So I tried my best to try to teach him, because he was speaking to me in English, just not. It's very kind of broken English, and like his accent was very strong. So I tried my best, and you know, I really want to learn how to teach other Japanese people English. That'd be good. I think that'd be good for everyone. Yeah. And then you know, they were throwing jokes. They're asking me stuff like because they asked me like what sports are they. I said basketball and boxing because I didn't know what else to say. Because I don't want to seem boring. They kept asking me like, oh, do I know this player? Do I know this player? I'm like, no, I don't. Sorry. And then there was this one guy. I think he was part Korean, Japanese. I think they kept calling after they asked me about how I felt about Donald Trump. I'm like, Donald Trump bad. And then he was like, do you like Kim Jong-un? I'm like, yes, big nuke. And he's like, that's Kim Jong-un right there. And he's pointing like that half Korean kid. I was like, bro. And the funny part is this was his face the entire time. The Korean kid that the kid who wanted to learn English was talking to. He was like, bro. He kept the same face the entire time. And he was talking in that face too, which was pretty funny. yeah, lunch was interesting. Everyone just wanted to talk to me. They wanted a piece of all this American, because I'm just the cool American kid who can't speak Japanese. Y'all gotta teach me. I really hope I can make some other friends. I can befriend my whole class before that honeymoon effect wears off. Because it's like, oh cool, we have Ryukak say this now. And then after a while, they're gonna get used to it. Like, oh, you guys say this. It's normal. Like, they're gonna get bored of me. So I gotta try to make friends with everyone. Today I ended up making friends with a dude from lunch, and I think we're gonna go hang out soon, which I'm very happy about. You know, see about joining the tennis team and see about the schedule, because I heard it was Mainichi, meaning every day. I'm like, I don't want tennis to take up my entire time in Japan unless I'm truly stuck here, meaning I can't even like sneak out of Sapporo or whatever. I wouldn't want tennis to take up all my time. I really want to hang out with other students and people my age and go out on the town with them. And I really don't want like a single club activity to take up my time, because like the max I was willing to do is like three days of a club activity, and have the rest of the week just to do whatever. And because right now I'm still kind of debating. I'm like, should I do tennis with the Huz, or should I do home science with also the Huz? But I was kind of doing home science because I'm like, that'd be really good to know, to learn how to bake and like cook meals, especially in Japanese meals where they're very good and healthy for you, and they taste very good, and they look very, very clean, very nice. I noticed that their presentation is very strong, even with my host family. They're not very lazy. I'm still kind of deciding on clubs and stuff. But yeah, so after school ended and stuff, I had to go take the bus home for the first time today, because yesterday I was picked up by my host mother, and today was a rough experience, that's for sure. I took the wrong bus. That's how bad it was. Because I was like, oh, this bus looks pretty cramped and full. Let me take this next bus. They probably go to the same area. They did not go to the same area. I got put in an entirely different part of town. And
guys, I may have gotten lost in Sapporo. I took the wrong bus, and I am roughly an hour and 14 minute walk away from my house. Wonderful, isn't it? Don't you just love when you take the wrong bus because you thought the other one was too full to carry you? Yeah, me too. Look at that though. Gorgeous. It's not gonna be gorgeous. I have to pee really bad, by the way. And I'm on a call with Cyrus, and he told me not to go pee in the bushes, so there's that. And yeah, stuck out here walking home.
But it took an hour and 30 minutes, and the worst part of all of it is that I had to go to the bathroom really bad. So I was holding it in for like an hour, over an hour. I had to go through the mountains to get home, because that was the quickest way home. Because if I
guys, I don't know if I should cross this because this has an X mark. But if I don't cross it, it's over 3 hours out.
So I went through.
I think I'm gonna take the risk.
Very sketchy
guys.
part. Like no one was
scary.
There. I could scream and cry my ass off, and no one could hear me. And I'm like, yeah. So I was walking through there. I was on the phone with Cyrus a lot of the time when I wasn't getting all of the natural beauty stuff, because I wanted to show you guys where I was, how empty it was, and also how beautiful it was. Because actually not beautiful, I mean, very cool. cool.
Right now I'm like, who knows where.
It was interesting.
And-
it was like a hiking path, but it was.
Oh my gosh, it goes on
blocked
for
off the
fucking
road.
so long.
And you know, I was walking through there.
Look at
so-
that.
And then, you know, I'm walking there, calling Cyrus.
I can't.
Because Cyrus is keeping me company.
And it's
He wanted
cold
to
as
call
fuck too.
me.
No one's here.
Call me.
I can say whatever I want.
And I told him. I told him about my situation. He was like, damn, bro. This damn cornball and shit. Like, bro. He was like making fun of me on the phone for getting lost. I'm like, he's like, didn't you do this in America? I'm like, yeah, I did. But it's not the same, bro. It's not the same. I didn't have no help. And no one else I knew that took the bus. I was the only dude who took the bus from my school. You know, got lost. I saw a bear warning.
Guys, I think I might get a tattoo here. Oh my gosh, guys. The Japanese bear is gonna be after me, bro.
And then later, I was attacked by a bear.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I had to outrun that thing. Like, it was a pretty peaceful walk. Other than that, I just really had to go to the bathroom and stuff. You know? I saw a lot of cool things that kind of gave me like I never really got to explore around town that wasn't in a car or with my host family, and so it was a very interesting experience. So I'm kind of glad that that happened in a way. And so it took me forever to get home, and then when I got home, I was just brutal. Like I was exhausted. I was tired. I was hot-headed. I was like irritable, and I took a shower immediately. Oh yeah, so I told my host family about my overall day today, and they keep thinking, I'm like, oh, look at this bus schedule. I'm like, I can't read that. I'm like, I already know what bus to take now because there's only 2 different buses. There was the one I took, and then there's the right one. That's the wrong one. Because the only reason why I got confused is because I can't read the schedules because they're all in kanji. But yeah, that was my overall week. I really hope you guys videos and, you know, just been interested in my adventure. But anyways, I'll see you guys next time. And oh shoot, the bear is back. Oh my